What is going on, Polestar fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So over the last little bit, Polestar has gone on quite the run. I want to go over some of the latest updates, what the data points are saying, and where I see things going from here. Before I get into any of that though, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. With that, let's get right to it. So currently it is down 3.18%. As far as volume though, it is a little bit lower, but keep in mind it's Friday. That's kind of normal case scenario. So 2.6 million shares being traded, 5.4 is the average. And of course, what has happened over the last little bit is piggybacked off of the whole EV rally that's been kind of underway, as well as this. So it does look like Polestar did unveil their Q2 numbers, and this might be kind of repeated stuff for a lot of investors since it did come out on July the 6th. But of course, I haven't really done a Polestar update in quite some time, but it is up 36% on a year-over-year basis. They did hit 15,800 vehicles, or at least delivered. And once again, that is up that 36% year over year. First half of 2023, 27,900. But more specifically, they do say that they are on track for their yearly targets between 60 to 70,000. And keep in mind, they did kind of reduce that, I believe, if I remember correctly, from 80 within Q1. So I think a lot of people are going to be very much anticipating their upcoming earnings. It looks like on August the 31st on Thursday. So that definitely will be one to listen in to see exactly how things are progressing. So let me know you guys' thoughts. As well, it is that time of season when a lot of institutions are disclosing their positions to the SEC in the form of 13Fs. And what is happening with Polestar is kind of abnormal. So you do see a lot of institutions, but be aware on a side note, a lot of these are fairly small fish. So a lot of the bigger players in the whole market right now are going to be unveiling their 13Fs probably the second week of August or potentially first week of August. So just be aware of that. But in Polestar's case, as of right now, a lot of them have actually maintained their position, if not made a brand new position. And this kind of, if you compare this with other EVs, is very abnormal. So in a lot of other EVs, you see a wall of red, meaning within Q2, a lot of these institutions did completely sell out of their position. So oddly enough, that's been happening, not necessarily with Polestar. So who knows, maybe the tides are turning and it is getting a lot more attention from institutions. But of course, I could be wrong. At the time of doing this video though, other than what I did bring up, there is no recent news, no SEC filings. It is currently participating in the Goodwood Festival of Speed, so 2023, and that is a very good way for any company to get their name out there, especially just by appearance, their technology, speed, stats, everything under the sun. So this is definitely a very good thing for Polestar. And once again, going back over here, it'll help their numbers for potentially Q3 and Q4, just to get their name out there, word of mouth and so forth. Under the website, it does show that it is going on from the 13th to the 16th. It is also live on YouTube, as you can see right here. So it's just obviously some testing right now, or I don't even know, but still, I think this is a fairly big thing for any automaker, and including, and hopefully enough so that it'll help Polestar to get a lot more customers as a result of it. But when it comes down to, like I mentioned, institutions, for today though, there was only one transaction on the secondary market over $100,000, and it was for $132,000. And based on the bid and the ask, it does look like it was a sell. So again, just be aware of that. Over and above that, looking at options activity, today there is $87,000 in calls being purchased versus around 45,000 in puts. So based on this, it is anticipated for Polestar to continue to trend up. And if you're one of those individuals that likes to look at options, this is the grid right here that shows only calls, strike prices, expiry dates, and everything. It is anticipated to go between the $4.50 and $5 range within the next week per se. So kind of stay within this range where it's at right now, because by looking on some of the technicals, for instance, with it being at $4.56, it is currently trading between the P and the R1. So 434 is that next big real strong support, and $4.68, which it did kind of temporarily break today, but 468 is that next big resistance that you need to really watch for, and currently down 3.4%. But by looking at some of this data, it is considered a little bit overbought because it did go up fairly fast, because like I said, because of the two reasons. But I still do feel that it can go up a little bit more. But that's just my own interpretation, not a financial advisor or anything. But it will very much largely depend on if it can get past this R1 or not. Because if not, if it fails to bounce off of that and trend lower, that might be also equivalently fairly good as well, because it might reset some of these technicals. But today it does look like a lot more people are taking profits because the number of retail investors are out, or at least kind of slowly exiting. So it does look like from an institutional and also retail stance, people are taking a step back. So I'll give you guys a quick overview, for instance, what shorts are doing. And as I've said in the past, I don't see Polestar ever being a squeeze, but it's good to see and use this as a benchmark. So short score is currently 67, utilization is 80.03%. And as far as right now, shorts are actually returning 37.26 thousand shares. So the fact is, if you kind of analyze this data and see that shorts are returning at the same time as it being a red day, that kind of leads me to believe that they feel that it's an overreaction day. So it might actually be enough justification for it to go up. My own thoughts clearly on that, which once again, if you kind of piece this together, matches with the options activity. But still, going back over here for a second, 3.42% of the free floats being shorted, 8.95 million shares overall are being shorted, and cost to borrow has been going down a little bit, so 11.23% is the average, most likely because of the new retail that's been getting in. They've probably been lending out some of their shares, so I think it's very much correlated with that. But at the end of the day, I do feel that based on the numbers that are going to be coming out for, I think, on August 31st, is going to be fairly good and a very big improvement from the previous quarter as well. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that. And do you think, for instance, the Goodwood Festival is going to be good for Polestar, or do you think that, and actually on a side note, are you guys aware if they did participate in the 2022 Goodwood Festival of Speed, or if not? I know Lucid did. I kind of frequently follow what Lucid's doing, but I don't know about Polestar if this is the first time that they are participating in this. So let me know you guys' thoughts on that, and as well, give yourself a shout out in the comments if you have been buying, selling, holding, what you have been doing with Polestar over the last little bit, or are you one of these individuals based on this that is taking profits? Because of course I think it's fair to take profits when obviously you can, and obviously everyone has different stages and what they need for money, and I still do feel that Polestar, what has been happening with it, this is just the tip of the iceberg on how high it could potentially go. So I do feel that once Polestar does break out, it is going to break out very fast, as what it has done in the past. But let me know you guys' thoughts. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. Take advantage of free promos, and that is with Moomoo. This has been extended for, I think, a couple more days until July the 15th. Link in the description below and also the comment. Sign up for a free account, you get 1 free stock. Each stock is valued up to $2,000. Throw $100 at the account, you get 5 free stocks plus a $100 cash reward. So it is a win-win. Let me know you guys' thoughts on that. And with that said, I appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Polestar.